Hey everyone, welcome to Mountain Beast Mysteries. I have a really good video for you guys today. We have some new vocalizations, potential vocalizations that have been recorded in a remote location in Ontario, Canada. Now there have been a lot of strange vocalizations coming out of Ontario in recent years. Lots of strange screams and howls. And let's not forget the famous Snellgrove Lake incident at that cabin that was featured in Monster Quest, the location where Jeff Meldrum did some studies. They had rocks thrown at them at this cabin, and they had all sorts of weird activity going on. So Ontario seems to be a very interesting area for Sasquatch activity these days. Before we actually get into the audio, I have a quick message from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by the Ridge Wallet. The Ridge Wallet is a sleek, durable, minimalist wallet that is perfect for your everyday carry loadout. They make it in aluminum, carbon fiber, and titanium. I got mine in the aluminum version in OD green because I think it looks the coolest, and mine also has a money clip on it. However, because I hate having things in my pockets altogether, wearing out my pants, I actually just clip the Ridge Wallet right onto my belt and keep it out of the way, and it stays on there quite securely. The Ridge Wallet is RFID blocking, has a lifetime warranty, and can hold up to 12 cards. You need to get rid of that ugly folding leather dad wallet that's overflowing with cards and receipts and crap you don't need, and you need to pick up a Ridge Wallet. If you go to ridge.com/mountainbeast and use promo code mountainbeast, you can get 10% off and free worldwide shipping. That's ridge.com/mountainbeast, promo code mountainbeast. There's a link down below in the description. Alright, so what I'm going to do first here for you guys is just let the audio play through. You can have a listen. There's 4 clips here that have been sent to me by a gentleman named Gary. He's the person who was out camping and recorded these one night. So we'll let that play through, and then after I will read the email he sent to me, and I'll go over what I think of it. So very interesting stuff. You have a very bizarre howl that is very reminiscent of the howls that were recorded by Ram River Falls in Alberta by a gentleman named Wolfgang, who I met at one of our public campouts. It really reminds me of that. And if you forgot what that sounded like, here's a little clip of that. So kind of like a guttural howl or growl. But then in the background you can hear like very bizarre sounds that are kind of hard to make out, that almost sound like singing or something. Like it faintly sounds like singing to me. And it kind of reminds me of the samurai clip that Ron Moorhead recorded. And here's the clip of that. So it seems when these things vocalize sometimes, they'll, make vocalizations that sound like singing or musical in a sense. And I don't know for sure if that's what's going on here. It's kind of hard to make out, but it faintly kind of sounds like that to me. And apparently this went on for like 45 minutes. But here, I'll read the email that Gary sent to me, just so you guys have a little bit of background. I'm sending you this video and audio file because I have no clue what this animal sound is. I recorded this in mid-September while I was backwoods camping. I was about an hour south of Algonquin Park in Ontario. There are about a dozen sites on the lake. I was on an island and all the other sites are north or on the east side of the main shoreline. The sound came from the west where there are no sites, just forest. I checked Google Maps and there's also a small lake in there as well. No houses or cottages nearby. I was about to get into my tent. It was around 10 p.m., pitch black out. Just as I started to unzip my tent, I heard very strange sounds. I could tell it was off in the distance. I started recording and this is what I got. It went on for about 45 minutes and made it tough to get to sleep. I've spoken with a colleague at work who hunts a lot and he has no idea what this is. Maybe you have a thought. I have a video of the campsite too if interested. It might give you a lay of the land. Thanks, Gary. So that is very, very interesting. And usually when you think of like Ontario lake country, you think of cottage country. There's a lot of lakes that have a lot of cottages in Ontario. But the further north you get, kind of northwest, there are tons of remote lakes. There's a lot of water and wilderness in Ontario. Like if you drive through Ontario, like west to east, like the first half of that drive is just nothing but forest. And it's actually, like it's beautiful, but it's quite boring. So there's a lot of wilderness, a lot of remote wilderness, a lot of area for these things to occupy if they are in fact out there. And this is just another one to add to the list, of strange occurrences that are happening out in the east. When we think of Sasquatch, we tend to think mostly about the Pacific Northwest and like the Rocky Mountains. But there is a significant amount of reports coming from Eastern Canada and the eastern states that can't just be ignored, even though it doesn't seem like those are areas where these things would be. My opinion on the audio is that it is extremely bizarre. The howl, the strange, prolonged vocalizations going on in the distance in the background. I can't put my finger on it. I don't know what it is. And I want to know if anybody out there on the internet can help identify it. So I would like to know what you guys think about this. You can write in the comments down below. You can send me a message on the Mountain Beast Mysteries Facebook page. If you know what this is, if you can identify it, or if you have any ideas on what it is, just let me know, and we can make an update video. So you can see here these photographs. These are of that area, of that lake, and you can see the island here where he was camping. Now this red square you can see on the photo is where his campsite was, and the sounds came from the west. And as you can see, you know, there's a significant amount of untouched wilderness off to the west. So who knows what's out there? Like, if I heard that in the night, I would be the same way. It would be really hard for me to get to sleep. But, you know, I would also be recording as long as possible. I mean, when you hear stuff like this, what you have to do is you have to start recording and just keep recording for as long as you can. I'm not sure if there's more clips than this. I'll see what else I can find. If I can get a hold of more clips of this, if they're out there, then I'll share those as well with you guys. But it really does remind me of those sounds that were recorded in Alberta a couple years ago by Ram River Falls, especially the growl. So it very well could be a similar creature. It could be a Sasquatch. It is now marked as a location of interest for potential research in the future. Those other sounds that came out of Ontario like a year ago, I don't know where exactly those came from. I don't know the exact coordinates. This is great because I have the coordinates for this lake. So I know exactly where this location was if I ever make my way out to Ontario. Like, I've only been to Ontario twice in my life, like a year ago. And it's a beautiful place. I mean, I would love to go camping there, especially in the Algonquin area. I hear it's just amazing out there for wild camping and for canoeing. So who knows? Who knows what the future holds? But anyways, I just want to know if there's anybody out there who can help identify this. So I'll play it through one more time here. That's all I have for you guys tonight. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time on Mountain Beast Mysteries.